there, welcome back to the Greater You. As I say every time, I love doing this stuff and being with you and sharing some insights from our coaching world and counseling world. Today, we've got a cool topic. We're going to talk about honesty in relationships and how profound this is. So let's do our screen share here. Of course, like and subscribe if you like this video and all of our other videos. These are tools that we hope are actionable that you can use in your everyday life to improve your well-being. So today's concept is the protective and restorative power of honesty in relationships. Can a really good relationship happen without honesty? I don't think so. Um, Honesty in relationships creates the foundation of trust. It also maintains that trust. It sets the stage for good communication to occur, protects the loyalties in that relationship. You know, you can trust this person, right? You know that they're going to tell you what's really going on in their lives. It builds a stage for emotional intimacy with close interpersonal friendships, and especially with romantic partners, marriages. We need solid emotional intimacy to have solid marriages, right? Creates a foundation to weather the storms of life. So honesty is in short supply. Selfishness and fear of being found out or fear of coming across as imperfect, fear generally gets in the way of honesty. When we're trying to hide stuff from our people or our spouse or whatever, it creates a schism inside of the person where deep down inside they know that there's something they're not being honest about, something that they're hiding. You know, they bought something and they didn't want to tell their spouse until they find it in the bank statement, right? And then there's a problem. Or they had a conversation with someone that really they should have talked to their spouse about or their close person. Think about this. There's so many ways that this world works to erode trust and to promote dishonesty. The whole over focus on the self of like the you do you concept, which is just complete garbage. Um, places the self above other people, which is not how society works. That's not how you maintain a healthy society. When we're all just chasing our own wants and desires and not really caring about other people, then it's easy to lie to make a buck. But then what does that do to your integrity? It erodes your soul. It erodes your mind. So becoming truly honest in our close interpersonal relationships, when I work with people on this and when I've experienced it myself, the feeling is so freeing. Yes, there's hurt that sometimes you have to work through when you're getting honest with people that you held something back from that you should have told them about. But the cleansing that occurs, the restorative power that it can be for not only the relationship, but for your own mind and your own heart and your own soul is beyond measure. So honesty is that important. And I'm not talking about the stuff like, hey, do I look okay in this shirt? And then I'm talking about the bigger stuff. Although learning how to have those honest conversations about, hey, honey, do I look good in this dress? You know, there's a thing that obviously I study the East quite a bit, and there's a cultural thing that they'll speak about in some cultures in the East, like in Japan. They'll say like, hey, yeah, that haircut suits you, or yeah, that haircut doesn't really suit you. And they just speak honestly about it. I think us in the West, we're so afraid of hurting feelings that we sometimes create dishonesty. There's kind ways to say things. And I'm not saying you should go around and be the judge of what other people's hairstyles or clothing looks like. When we're talking about honesty, we're really talking about the bigger issues, the loyalty to the relationship, the honesty in the relationship, the emotional clarity in the relationship. So the call out here is to think about your own interpersonal relationships, your romantic relationship, your spouse or whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, life partner, the people in your life that are your best friends, people that you're really close to at work or whatever, coworker relationships. Are there things that you're doing where you're really not being fully honest with them and with yourself? And in what ways are these things eroding the trust in that relationship and potentially harming the relationship. And then the call out is to go and fix it. Repair the honesty, get the honesty back, and build the trust through being clear with yourself and transparent about what's going on with you. If you lose a relationship over getting honest, that is a consequence of your dishonesty. That happens, right? If you had an affair, for instance, and you didn't ever fess up to it, and then you fess up to it to your person, they might leave you. That's a consequence of your choice. That's not their fault. That was you having the affair and then being dishonest about it. Interestingly, as coaches and counseling, I've seen people get through affairs where they're able to forgive and rebuild trust, but it requires a really crystal clear level of honesty, a lot of patience and a lot of work and a lot of forgiveness. In some instances, it's not recommended to stay together, especially if the person is not truly getting honest. But if they are, I've seen some really cool things happen. I would call them miracles in relationships. So think about your relationships, think about your level of honesty and how to become more clear, more transparent, and more honest. Not that brutal honesty of being rude and brash. Honesty can be delivered with love, care, concern, and softness, but it's still honest. So give those things a thought. This is a pretty intense topic, but it is absolutely vital for the sustaining and maintaining of healthy interpersonal relationships. So this one's got a 100% rating on it that honesty in a relationship is essential in order for the relationship to be of high quality. So that is it for today. Stop the share. Thank you for hanging out with us. Let us know your questions or comments in the comments section, and we'll keep cranking out more good content for you guys. And have a good, honest day. Thank you.